Hi, welcome back to the channel. Experience more Mountain Off Road Excursions. So our last episode we made it to Sandon just before the rain came. We set up our camp and this was in the morning. It was a later start to the day today because Sandon town site is really cool to see, but it doesn't open till 10 a.m. So we waited till just after 10 so folks could have their coffee. And turns out most of them had ice cream for breakfast. And to check a few things out, like the general store was pretty cool to check out, as well as the Sandon was the fully first electrified town in BC and the second hydroelectric plant in Western Canada. Yeah, rotary drum, this is cool. I work on these, but ours are a lot bigger, about 12-foot diameter. Anyways, where was I going with this? The power plant is still in operation, and you can do a tour through it. It's really cool to see and do. Unfortunately, I didn't do the tour. I think Billy was the only one that went up for the check out the power plant, and I didn't take any pictures from the power plant for this, but it's worth checking out. So just some cool facts about Sandon. It burnt down in 1900. In 1907, yeah, this is cool, and it still works. So in 1907, it was hit by an avalanche. In 1920, it dissolved its incorporation, and in 1955, the creek flooded and destroyed most of the remaining structures. So Sandon is, I think the government looks after the museum, and everything else is by donation base. So again, if you're in the area around New Denver, Caslow, Nakusp, Nelson, just make the trip out to Sandon, help support a really cool little community. And I don't know how many people live there, I should have looked that up. It's just, well, you can see in these pictures how cool it is. This old train's got to be my favorite. I actually took the old car down there once and got some pictures with the car beside the train. And it was neat, as we were having our driver's meeting, they let a kid ring the bell, put a smile on everyone's face.
I still finished my little bit. I went back to the island and got the rest of my possessions.
Do they have their names on it?
Showed up here.
So that old 57 station wagon, the guy that kind of looks after the town, that was his dad's car. His dad bought brand new. And the car still operates and runs fine. Still driving her. It's awesome. Again, I should take the time to thank everybody that came on this trip. And again, thank you for your videos and pictures to add to this video. And it was cool because my parents even come back from Ainsworth. They met us in Sandon and they brought their side-by-side on this trip again with us today. And here we go, taking off and headed through the town of Cody up Reco. And let me tell you, this was a tight trail. Like, tight. If you like your paint, I do not recommend you going. At the start of Reco, there was the old town of Cody. And you know, a bunch of the old abandoned or broken mining buildings, mining camps. And not long after that, we hit the a lot of sawing. Lots of chain sawing. I think most of the trip up was one hell of an adventure, just trying to make everything fit. Did I mention lots of sawing?
There you go, and then just bounce the rear tire over it.
There's lots of room in the ditch here. So I think this one's on the other.
This one's higher than the other one.
There's one sticking out here. Again.
Let's still make it.
Oh yeah.
Morgan, here, Walter.
Even I have to back up on this switchback. It's tight. And we're back into the saw again. I appreciate all the guys that brought saws. Sean, Tilton, Peter. I think Mike brought one, but that was for Bruce. We never did use the gas one. But we definitely got lots of use out of the electric saws and my dad's little hand saw. Here Ashley thought we'd just stand inside the Jeep and cut. And that was a mistake. We ended up with a fair bit inside the Jeep. I think this was probably the most trail cleaning I've done in a really long time. We had to be careful when we were throwing deadfall over the edges because the rest of our group was on the road right below us. Didn't want to hit no one's stuff. Now you can see how tight it is. I even peeled my front fender off in one spot.
One's sticking out right here, right here. Whoa, stop!
Where?
Oh. Did you hear me?
Thank you.
Oh, that one right there.
Starting to come down, Ryan.
Yep. That?
There you go.
Go.
One log out.
That was probably the better part of, I want to say at least a third of our day, just cutting trees.
This one should be good.
And the wasp nest. Back up a bit. I'm going to go by that fast. I'm glad no one got stung by the wasps. I had my EpiPen just in case. I gotta give these guys credit, like Sean's rig is long, Bruce's rig is just big, and they made these corners, like, I think I struggled on some of them with the two-door. They got around with their rigs. So hats off, boys. Good driving. This is through Bruce's dash cam, if you haven't already figured that out. There, I think we're finally out of the trees. So all this rock on the side, that's all tailings. Come down across the trail and it went a long ways down the other side, or down the slope of the hill. So Reco is now getting a little more scenic. We're out of the thick, dense trees. I guess you could say we're out of the trees and into the forest, out of the forest and into the trees. It does offer some gorgeous views once you get up top. There's me, Ryan, Wreck-It Rexon. My parents, Gordon, Vanita. Sean. Bruce. Tilton, the raptor tamer. Peter and Savannah. Shlomi. Mike. Donald. Walter and Billy. Ashley. Mitch. Brad. So Sandon was roughly around 3,400 feet above sea level, and I think the highest point we got to on Reco, again just using my Gaia topo maps, it's about 7,200 feet. Coming down the other side, we stopped at the snowmobile cabin, had our lunch, and took some pictures. So some dash cam footage from Mike's Bronco. You can see how tight some of these switchbacks are. I think originally they were intended you nose in and you back up the next one. You back into the trees and you can drive forwards again up the next one. That's Slow Me in front of him. Yeah, they're tight. But these are the views you get when you get to the other side. It was worth it. Thanks, Bruce. Appreciate the recommendation to try that trail out. And here we are at the snowmobile cabin, having our lunch break. This was cool. One of the old mines was right near this cabin. These are the rail tracks leading into it. The minecart tracks. There's the cabin. That's my mom over by the waterfall. Sean looking at the cart tracks. I don't know, would you have gone in? Part of me wanted to. There's a lot of bugs flying around there. You know, it's dark, it's scary. Bruce found himself a new rim for his truck. And a couple pictures of inside the cabin. And there we are. We're headed down the other side. It's pretty much a road headed down the other side now. And we come out by the sign along the highway, Retalik, however you pronounce it. And from there we headed towards New Denver, and then we ran south to Castlegar. Took a quick break in Castlegar there to get groceries and gas, whatever people wanted. And we met back up at the Canadian Tire parking lot, and from there we went to our next adventure, which would be the rail trail. That night we spent here at the old town site of Shields, just off the rail trail. While we were there was a couple guys from Sweden. I think Sweden or Switzerland, one of those places. They were riding their bikes. They flew over, landed in Calgary, and they had 3 months and they were riding to Vancouver. Boys were in good shape, I tell you. So hopefully you liked this video, and so give us a like and subscribe, and we'll see you on tomorrow's adventure when we do the rail trail. Later.